FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
It would be irresponsible to do a book like this and not cover the families who make the ultimate sacrifice. And we looked for pieces that dealt with that in some way. And we came across a woman, Dion Miller, who actually served herself. She was in the Army, she was in Panama in the 80s, and her son became a Marine, went off, fought in Fallujah. And one morning, she got up around 4 o'clock, very early, and she turned on CNN and she heard that a Marine was killed. She knew it wasn't her son, I think it was in a different part of Iraq, but she knew what this mother would be going through. And I actually had a mother say to me, because we were talking about, don't forget the fathers, of course, what they go through, but this mother said, my husband lost his son, I lost my baby boy. And there is something that mothers go through that's very unique to this wartime experience. So Dion's piece dealt with this because we felt it was very important. And that morning she sat down and wrote a letter to her son saying that she'd heard the news. And she went on with the day and she took her dog out, took actually his dog out for a walk. And even as she was coming around the corner, she thought, I wonder if that government vehicle is going to drive up. And it's the fear that every parent goes through when they have a child deployed. And she turned the corner and it wasn't there, and she went ahead with her errands and so forth. It showed up at 4 o'clock. She was mistaken about the news report, and it was her son that was killed. And Dion has also become a friend, and her piece is an absolutely brilliant reflection on time and grief and healing and how some things will never heal, but how we go through these. And it's also about how her son was being taken from her little by little every day. When they sent back his uniform, they'd washed it. It's military policy, so his scent was gone. They gave her his watch, which she kept on Baghdad time because it made her feel connected to him, but it was digital and the battery died. That went away. Little by little, she felt he was disappearing, and so the piece is about her trying to reclaim him in a way. And it's also her struggle with faith. And one very powerful part, she says, my faith doesn't equal that of Job's. I question. Why has God cut the fruit from my vine, taken the only child that remained, left me with no hope for a grandchild? And yet, I have no particular animosity for my son's killer. He's a nameless and faceless combatant to me. Should I ever have the opportunity to meet him, I hope that I'd forgive him. To me, the buck stops with the father. His power stings at times, but he's listened to me, perhaps even cried with me. Yes, I'd forgive. I do forgive. There's absolutely nothing I wouldn't do to keep from spending eternity with my son. At the end of the piece, she makes a discovery, and it's her way of reclaiming a little bit more of her relationship with her son. We aren't always sure in this life if the words we speak or those we write will be our last. Long after the day Aaron died, I found the letter I wrote to him that morning. Hi, son. Well, the news is bad. Another Marine killed, 10 others wounded. I'm just about as heartsick as I care to be. How are Jose and Jamie, Brent, Kosi, and Barnes? Please give them all my love. The 2 letters I got from you the other day were a month old. If you ever get a chance to drop Granny and Grandpa a letter, I know they'd be thrilled. Please take care, son. Do you get to use the pillow I sent any? My love and prayers always. Mom. It's not really something of his. He never received it. But still, it's ours. Just like so many things are now ours. I had later in my mind a postscript, what I would write to him if I could. I miss you, Aaron, with all of me, all the time. Every moment I was, am, and will always remain so very proud of you. Who you were, how you went down, who you fought for me, for us, for your brothers. They awarded you the Silver Star, Aaron. They loved you and they miss you. I guess I just never really believed that your time would come before my time. But son, you know we are forever. And by the grace of God, I will join you someday, and I'll meet the mystery of it all too, and we will be together. And how good it will be to see you again.